This task force, special task force, is strengthening fire safety compliance in public building, a call of action for Nigeria resilience. Distinguished officers and men of the service, esteemed guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to this important occasion, the official inauguration of the Special Task Force on Public Building Audit. Today marks another decisive steps by the Federal Fire Service in our collective resolve to make Nigeria a safer, a stronger, and a better place to prepare against preventable fire disasters. Across the world, fire safety forms a critical pillar of national development. Yet, time and again, we have been confronted with tragic reminders of what happened when preventive measures are being ignored. From Balogun Market fire, Abuja Plaza Market fire, Onitsha and Port Harcourt Market fire, to mention but few, the pattern is clear. Public and commercial buildings across our economic hubs remain highly vulnerable to fire outbreaks. Not only that, those fire outbreaks, they are due to what? Poor compliance with basic safety standards. It is against this backdrop that the Federal Fire Service, under our renewed vision for proactive fire risk management, has constituted this committee named Special Task Force on Public Building Audit. The task force has been mandated to do the following. Number one, they are to map public buildings nationwide to ascertain their total number and risk categories. Secondly, the task force, they are to inspect these buildings, all the public buildings, to determine their level of fire safety, their level of compliance. And lastly, the task force, they are to provide timely and comprehensive recommendations to guide against enforcement and public policy. Finally, let me assure Nigerians that this administration of Federal Fire Service remained unwavering in its commitment in protecting lives, properties, and national assets. Fire safety is not a choice. It is a shared responsibility. Together, we can make our public buildings safer, our city more resilient, and our people more secured. At this junction, I will call on members of the task force for their inauguration. Number one, ACG IIE be the chairman of the task force, Deputy Controller of Fire in charge of Operation FCT, a member, Deputy Controller Provost Marshal, a member, Deputy Controller of Fire in charge of Public Relations, a member, and we have the legal unit, the legal advisor as the secretariat. By the power vested on me as the Controller General of Federal Fire Service, I humbly inaugurate the task force on the audit of public and private buildings to carry out the exercise with utmost regard for professionalism, purpose, and mandate of the service as far as safety in our public and private space are concerned, bearing in mind the support from the service.